Welcome. We've got a really great custom-tailored deep dive lined up for you
They
today.
definitely do.
Yeah, looking through the spec sheets and, well, the vendor research you sent over, our mission is to completely demystify this highly specialized piece of professional AV gear.
Right. The Intelix INT-USB3-1-ARJ. It's a USB 3.2 Gen 1 C2C extender available from HDTV Supply.
Exactly. And reading through your notes, it's clear that in professional integration, the invisible infrastructure is usually what makes or breaks a rigorous deployment.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you're dealing with high bandwidth video. It's an intriguing stack of research you provided.
Okay, let's unpack this. At a foundational level, this Intelix kit is pushing USB 3, 2, and 1 signals up to 10 meters,
Right, using an included plenum-rated cable.
which obviously keeps you up to code when running through drop ceilings or, raised airflow spaces. But let's be real. Staring at these spec sheets, the first thing anyone will flag is the cost.
Yeah, the price tag.
I mean, a 10-meter cable setup running around $965, that demands some serious technical justification.
It does, but the justification is entirely in the architecture. You aren't paying for raw distance here. You're paying for guaranteed packet delivery.
Because of the hardware enhancements?
Exactly. The hardware here is specifically engineered to support isochronous, or ISO, data transactions at speeds up to 5 gigabits per second.
So instead of standard asynchronous transfer where devices just constantly fight for bandwidth.
Right, where standard USB architecture will simply drop and resend packets if the bus gets congested.
Yeah, this handles allocation at the packet level. It is essentially establishing a dedicated VIP lane on the data highway.
I like that, yes, carving out guaranteed time slots for continuous real-time data flow.
Which is huge. When you are dealing with heavy-duty tasks like a multicam 4K broadcast or tracking for high-end VR devices, latency isn't just an annoyance.
It crashes the whole rig.
Yeah.
In a high-stakes environment, that microsecond delay manifests as a completely dropped frame or an audio desync.
And the ISO support actively prevents that by prioritizing time-sensitive payload delivery every single millisecond.
Right. Delivering 5 Gbps flawlessly over 10 meters is a massive engineering feat.
It really is. But taking that theory and pushing it into a physical installation, well, here's where it gets really interesting.
The physical design.
Yes. Looking at your notes on the hardware, the form factor is incredibly compact. It includes all the mounting hardware to tuck away cleanly behind a display or under a conference table.
Sure.
But I am curious about the cable runs themselves. How does the connector actually survive being yanked through 30 feet of conduit or a crowded ceiling grid?
That is where the protective pull-eye comes in.
Oh, right.
Any AV installer who has ever snapped the USB-C tip mid-pull will appreciate this. It is a shielded ring on the cable head.
That makes so much sense.
I remember an install years ago where a tech tried taping a standard active USB cable to a fish tape, snagged a sharp duct corner, and sheared the pins right off inside the wall. The pull-eye on this Intelix cable takes the mechanical stress off the fragile connector entirely while it is being dragged through the infrastructure.
It is those little deployment realities that matter. And speaking of deployment, having to map out an AC outlet near every single receiver is usually a massive headache.
Which is why the power delivery specifications on this unit are genuinely exciting. It operates strictly as bus-powered.
Meaning it negotiates and delivers up to 900 milliamps of power directly from the USB-C host computer straight to the client device.
Yes, you completely eliminate the need to try and hide a bulky power supply behind a sleek, low-profile architectural display.
Though, looking at the legacy support in your sources, if you are integrating older hardware with A to C or B to C connections where bus power falls short,
They do kindly include an optional power supply and world power cords to cover those edge cases.
the versatility is crucial because this isn't bleeding-edge experimental tech. According to your research, it is heavily validated across the industry.
Natively supporting PTZ cameras and capture devices from Logitech, Lumens, Aver, Magwell, and various demanding VR headsets.
Your notes also emphasize the vendor backing. HDTV Supply isn't a startup. This hardware is backed by their 25-year history in the AV space and over 10,000 positive reviews.
Which offers some serious peace of mind for an enterprise deployment.
Absolutely.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really underscores a core truth of modern AV design. Clients focus on the sleek 4K screens or the immersive VR rigs.
But the flawless operation of those endpoints is entirely dependent on an ultra-reliable hidden backbone.
Exactly. The moment that infrastructure compromises on bandwidth or power, the user experience shatters.
It completely changes how you look at a modern boardroom or broadcast studio. So we'll leave you with this final thought to ponder.
Go for it.
The next time you marvel at a flawless 4K live stream or a totally immersive VR experience, ask yourself, what invisible, high-speed tethers hidden inside the walls are actually making that magic possible?